Trudeau gets booed in London. Twitter explodes with Trudeau must go. This is the Great White North Report.
I'm in love with the system. Never going home. I'm in love.
Alright, so during the Queen's funeral, Justine Trudeau was with the Canadian delegation to pay the respects to the Queen one final time and to meet with world leaders and all the other fun stuff that goes with a state funeral like that. Anyway, he was booed constantly while he was in London. Protesters booed Trudeau after he slammed over the weekend over a video emerged of him showed him partying during Canada's official mourning period for the Queen. He was roasted for being down in the lobby by a piano, having a sing-along with his entourage, singing Bohemian Rhapsody by Queen days before the Queen's funeral. Like, I don't really care that he did that myself. You know, you would never catch the Queen doing that if Trudeau had died and the Queen had flown over to Canada to pay her respects. She would not have been caught doing something stupid like that. You know, this is why I prefer the Queen over Trudeau, because she at least had grace and dignity and a sense of protocol. But again, Trudeau wants to unwind, go take your jet down to the Caribbean, to Costa Rica or whatever, on taxpayer dollars and do it. So he got roasted big time on places like the Red State, which I don't read, Daily Wire, which I do follow, because Ben Shapiro and Matt Walsh and all the other guys, Candace Owens, they speak a lot of more common sense than anyone else I've seen yet. So he was booed outside of Canada House. He was also heckled big time, called a fascist bastard by some protesters. There's a video on YouTube about it. After he emerged from a private engagement, was in the process of greeting, well, this one says a small rent-a-crowd, when a man called him out for being a fascist bastard. We hate you son of a bitch. Get out of this country, you bastard. I saw the video. You can go online and see it. It's not a big deal. And Trudeau is definitely not popular. He makes Canada look bad internationally. That's my point. The fact that CBC didn't even cover this. So the CBC is trying to cover it up, like not reporting it when they should be. This is a major thing. This is supposed to be our Prime Minister in London at a Queen's funeral, and he's not. This happens and nothing. They don't say boo. So the CBC is definitely covering it up. But it's not the first time he's been heckled in England. Last March, when he went to meet with world leaders, holding a press conference on Monday with UK Boris Johnson and Dutch PM Mark Rutte. Appeared on 10 Downing Street, where they could be heard chanting "fuck Trudeau." Like, it's not. No one likes him. And last March, this one CBC did cover, Trudeau faced harsh critics in the UE Parliament this week. No one wanted to listen to him because of what happened with the Freedom Convoy, the Emergencies Act. The European Parliament he received an angry backlash from some elected members who accused him for responding to the recent anti-vaccine mandatory convoy protests like a dictator. So he is being roasted a lot for what's been going on. And it's gotten so bad that Trudeaumustgo trends on Twitter with 1.81 million interactions, including Trudeau's brother, as Canadians express disapproval over draconian COVID-19 mandates and just about anything else. Inflation, and just him personally. That's funny, his own brother's in there. On one of the interactions, probably defending him, but great picture of Trudeau in blackface. The new viral trend that started last week has generated over 500,000 tweets or interactions until the social media giant decided to stop showing the figures over the weekend. You know, a year ago, Trudeau told a heckler, "Isn't there a hospital you should be going to bother?" Why would you want people to go bother a hospital? That's an important place, as opposed to bothering Trudeau on his little marches. This was during the election last year, I believe. And he wonders why there's been an aggressive harassment towards politicians in Canada. It's because of his own divisive policies and his speech. He's not the... But I agree, Trudeau must go. When I was down in Niagara Falls, when I was tripping the Niagara, I biked from one end, from Lake Ontario to Lake Erie. There was a lot of border protests going on. A lot of people in trucks driving up and down that stretch of the highway, the River Road. It's like a convoy of trucks with fuck Trudeau on their flags, and Freedom Convoy, and had a Canada-US border flags on there. It was quite interesting to see. And there was a lot of them honking their horns, driving from Niagara on the Lake all the way down to Fort Erie. So I do think it's time for Trudeau to go. I think he's not gonna if he goes for re-election, he won't win. Not unless something miraculous happens, because Poilievre is definitely riding the populist wave. By the time the next election comes up, I personally believe that Trudeau is going to step down and Chrystia Freeland will be nominated as the new Liberal leader unless someone else in the party steps up, because she's the one he's been grooming. The Liberals probably think she has the best chance. But with Poilievre there, and he's not afraid to go up against Freeland either, I think she'll be like the next Kim Campbell, and the Liberals are headed for a certain disaster. Because she, even though she might be good at what she does, she's too closely tied to Trudeau in people's minds. So anyway, any Canadians there, let me know what you guys think. Should Trudeau go? I'm, for one, believe he should. And leave comments in the comment section. Until next time, this has been the Great White North Report.